All right, tell me, what is the one thing that you are not ever supposed to do in a project? Go untested. Like, do adjustments and new things, fix stuff the night before a big event, go on a big vacation with an untested vehicle. Well, guess what I just did? This is it right here. Check that thing out. Looks like a regular BMX, right? But no, this has a threadless stem on it, and this should be down here, but I stacked a couple of stem extensions on top, put a nice big handlebar on top of that thing. It's pretty tall. I can stand up on it, but I can't. I mean, I could sit down, but I'm 6'5", and this thing is never going to be able to actually fit me. But I wanted a bicycle to get somewhere and to get some exercise on vacation, so put this thing in a plane. How'd you get it in a plane? Well, I cut it, and I used a pair of scooter head clamps, scooter handlebar clamps, 1 1/4 up at the top, the oversized 1 3/8 down at the bottom. Put some bigger tires on this thing. Ended up having to replace the ring. The ring on there was a 44, but standing up, I couldn't pedal this thing very well. It was a 44 and a 16, and the rear wheel won't take anything smaller than a 16, so I had to go with a bigger one up front. And I found that Spider and a 52 tooth ring. So that's a regular 20-inch rear wheel, a 406, and a 52 tooth ring and a 16 tooth freewheel on the back. Now you can see the cut right there? That thing, oof. Yeah, I hope it doesn't spread out. And this right here, you can see it. So I left some inspection holes there, and everything should be good. So here's the other side. It has a single brake on the rear, and the cable runs right next to it, and is kind of in contact with that, but there's almost a little bit of space. And here I am, a couple thousand miles away from home. I'm gonna take this baby for a test ride. Wish me luck. Yeah, it's tiny, and I'm tall, but let's see what we can find. Beautiful houses. Lots of agriculture in this area. And right next door, the Abbotsford Airport. And this is quite possibly the entirety of the Canadian Air Force. The relatives here live just across the street from the US border. It's crazy. I never realized that this is what a completely unprotected border looks like. When you have Canada and the US being very similar economically, you don't really need a whole lot of fencing to keep people out because they're content. I visited some parks with the bicycle. This is Mill Lake. And those scooter clamps, the 3-bolt and the 4-bolt, really held up perfectly. No adjustment necessary. Pretty soon, we'll be taking off again to the United States.